What is going on, everyone? Thanks for tuning in. I hope everyone is having a good Saturday so far, and that you guys may be taking a break from the market, as it has been pretty hard to trade with the sell-off. Now, on this post, we're going to be talking about Kyber Network KNCUSD. We're going to be talking about if I'm bearish, bullish, and my short-term price predictions on this market. Now, before we begin today, please do read the disclaimer below, as I am not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. I'm purely sharing my own speculations and opinions, and you should always do your own due diligence before trading or investing in this market, as it is extremely risky. Now, if you guys also don't have a WeBull brokerage account, do consider using my referral link below, as it does directly support me. I do receive a free stock if you guys do successfully sign up. I know that as of today, they are still giving away 2 free stocks if you guys sign up and make a qualifying deposit with them. And if you guys are watching this on TradingView, do follow me. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, do subscribe, as I do come out with new regular analyses on the cryptos on my watch list. Now let's begin. So what we're seeing right now on Kyber Network on the 12-hour charts, okay, we are seeing a double top pattern, which is a bearish pattern with the neckline to be at about 0.85 and the measured target to be about 0.61, 0.62. And what we're seeing here, since the dump back in September, we have not closed above this white line right here, which is the 50 moving average. And at this green line where I marked where it was a possible reversal, we did try to get back. We did close on top of the white line again before immediately getting rejected, and now we're right below it. So getting on top of this moving average would be a first signal that we might be reversing. Now, same thing on the daily charts. We see that since the dump, we have not exactly established ourselves above this daily 21 moving average, which is the blue line right here. But what I see as something that could be good is that we are right beneath these moving averages. So the daily 21 moving average, which is the blue line again, is at about 0.95. And the 12-hour 50 moving average, which we had been struggling to get back on top of, is also at about 0.95. Now, what that implies to me is that if we can actually break above these moving averages, these multiple moving averages, all at once, that is a good sign, because instead of actually, if you are to reverse the price action, you want as little resistance as possible reversing, going back up. Now, what actually helps with this process to me is that if the moving averages are actually consolidated, you can actually break multiple of them, break multiple resistance at once, rather than breaking them one by one, and that would take longer time to actually reverse, because now you have all the moving averages spread out, and you actually have to, either take profit or just see a bumpy ride going back up. But if they're consolidated all in one spot, you can actually break multiple of them at once. So to me, that is a possible good sign. Now, looking at the bearish pattern right here, the double top, do I think this is going to play out? I am not sure, because no one is 100% right, but I do see contradicting signals of this bearish pattern. Now, if you actually look at the 12-hour chart again, you see that the last low right here that happened on October 6th, 12 o'clock UTC, we have created a RSI reading of about 37. Now, if you actually predict that the next, or the possible candle close of the 12-hour to be at about the neckline, I doubt it's going to create a RSI reading of about 37 or lower, or well, lower than 37. So right now it's currently at about 46. And if you don't create an RSI reading of lower than 37, where the 12-hour candle close is at about the neckline, you're going to see bullish divergence on the 12-hour charts. So that is usually a good sign, a signal for a reversal. Now, of course, if the candle close goes way below the neckline and the RSI reading actually goes below 37, that is a bad sign, because that would mean that the bearish momentum would actually start picking up again. But to me, that is not likely right now. And if you go to the daily chart as well, the same reasoning could be said for this bottom right here. And if you can actually predict the next bottom at about the neckline, the candle close to be about the neckline, I doubt it's also going to create a RSI reading that's going to be lower than about 32. So you may also see bullish divergence on the daily chart. Now on the weekly chart, we are already seeing a tiny double bottom here, but on the weekly chart, so that is significant. Okay, so if we can zoom in right here, we can see that there is already a tiny double bottom on the RSI. So there is already bullish divergence on the RSI, and the weekly candle closes in about a day. So that is something to look for, as there may be a reversal there. Now, just because there is bullish divergence does not mean that it's going to 100% play out, because I have seen bullish divergence that does not play out. For a very good example, if you can look at compound, comp USD, you would actually see that there had been bullish divergence on the I think on the daily charts, or even on the just the bigger time frames. That did not play out, because what it essentially means when you have bullish divergence is that sellers are actually losing strength. So just because the sellers are losing strength does not necessarily mean that the price is actually going to reverse. So you ran out of sellers, but you also need the buyers to actually come and push the price up. So you need, so depending on if buyers actually cooperate and show up, that would, that would actually dictate if the divergence actually plays out. Now, last thing I want to talk about is Bitcoin dominance. I'm not going to switch over to the Bitcoin dominance chart because it does mess up my trading view posts. If I switch the chart to Bitcoin dominance, it might actually place this post under Bitcoin dominance, as it did for two of my posts before. But if you actually look at Bitcoin dominance charts, it has actually broken above the 12-hour 200 moving average. And it also had a head and shoulders pattern on the 12-hour chart. That's where it's most apparent. And it has broken above the 200 moving average as resistance. That is a bad sign for altcoins, because when Bitcoin dominance starts trending up, it's usually a bad time trading altcoins. So that is also something to consider when seeing if there might actually be a reversal in the altcoins in Kyber Network. So that is also something to consider that's not on this chart here. So this concludes my short analysis of Kyber Network. I hope you guys have found it helpful. If you guys did, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Follow me. Let me know if you guys have any thoughts, agreements, disagreements. I'll see you guys next time.